All right, Linda, that was beautiful, and thank you, Diana and Dominic, for this amazing platform. I'm really grateful to stand here. So, before I begin, my name is Lueth Garang, and I am a trained teacher, primary school teacher, and also the founder of Lueth Private Tutoring Service. So, my topic is on returning home. So, in 2017, I went back to my homeland. I am from South Sudan, but I was raised in Kenya. So Kenya is also my home, and that's where I went. So I decided to plan a trip to Uganda and Kenya as well, Nairobi. So the whole point of that was for a charity project, and that charity project was based in Kiridango refugees camp in Uganda. So in 2017, I was Miss Africa, and you had to plan a charity project which you were really passionate about. And what I love about what I planned, my main focus was on orphans, because I believe that orphans, they have so much they're going through, and a little of opportunity because they don't have parents on both sides. So that really moved me, and I said that I am going to supply educational supplies. And I did a charity back here in Perth, and we got few money and went back and gave back some of the things, so then at least we can help them, because education is a big key, and that's the only way for them to move forward, because that's all they have in the refugees camp. When I planned a trip, my friend from an Asian background, her name is Flora, she decided to come with me. So I was a bit like, why are you coming? And she said to me, oh, you know what, I want to see what Africa is like. I have never been to Africa before. Me not knowing that she has her own perception about what Africa is. We had 1 week left, just 1 week, and she started freaking out. She's like, oh my goodness, Lueth, I just saw something on the internet you would never believe. And she's like, oh, someone just got kidnapped. I was like, really? And there's people being killed as well. And I said, where are you seeing this? I got a little bit scared, because I was like, oh, why are you telling me this just 1 week before we go? And she was like, I am really scared. And I said, it's fine. Do you know when you're just a bit like, okay, it's fine, it's okay. And then she got really worried. She was just shaking. And what I had to do, I had to go to her whole family and sit down with them and say, all right, we're going from plan A to B, and this is where we're going. And with that being said, everything is going to be okay. No one's getting kidnapped. We're going to travel with the locals, and everyone is safe. And they were like, okay. So what they did, they took my dad's number. I don't know why. They were like, okay, give us a number. And I said, okay, here's my dad's number. And they said, where you're going? We said Kenya and Uganda, like the Kampala and Nairobi. So our first trip was to Kenya and Nairobi. So with that, they said, okay, where you guys going? Are you guys going to the hotel? My initial plan was we were going to go and, be with our relatives in a, nice place in Nairobi. And then I could tell in their face they were a bit worried. So I said, no, we're just going to go into a hotel. So that time I booked a hotel, and, that was our plan now, because I could see in their face there was a really, something going on, and they weren't really feeling safe for their daughter. So when before we left, we just at the airport, and I was just standing there, and her mom is just in front of me, and she was just basically holding a phone like this. And she was like, and I was like, what just happened? She took a picture of me. And I went to my friend and I said, I think your mom just took a picture of me. And she's like, no. In my head I'm thinking, does she think I'm going to kidnap her daughter? Or am I going to kill her daughter? So, I wasn't being serious about what was going on in her mind and the perception that they had about Africa and so on. And I was just really shocked. I was like, this is my friend. Nothing is going to happen to her. I'm going to hold on to her. I will make sure that nothing happened to her, because that's what they think what Africa is. It's an unsafe place, and, you just get kidnapped out of nowhere. So I thought to myself, this is unbelievable. But then, what, I'm guilty myself, because I had my own perception as well, the ones that the media brings up, and they say, oh, there's like a conflict going here in South Sudan. Is unbelievable. It's crazy. There's so much going on, but at the end of the day, when my husband went to South Sudan, he said it's fine, it's okay. So I had my own perception about South Sudan as well. But when he went there, he's like, everything is okay. And he was walking at nighttime as well with that. And I said, hey, it's not safe to walk at night. And he said, no, this is my homeland. I'm walking, there's nothing going on. So the media has put into my mind that the moment he had put into my mind that if you walk at nighttime, you get killed or you get kidnapped. So I had my own perception as well with that. So a day arrived when we were in Kenya, in Nairobi, we went into our little hotel and she was there and she was feeling still scared. A few days went by and she was like, oh my goodness, this place is amazing. Wow, look at the hotel. Whoa, it's better than the one in Perth. Oh my God, look at the food. This is amazing. I was like, really? Okay, awesome. This is good. And she was so happy. She's like, let's go here, let's go there. And as I went to the camp corridor, as we went to Uganda, because we took a big bus, and this bus sometime, I was a bit worried because I was like, oh, we're not taking a plane, we're going by bus. So I don't know what she might think. But we went to the borders and she was like, what's happening? And I said, oh, nothing, they're just checking everything, how, passport, everything is going to be okay. And she's like, okay, no problem. So we went to Uganda now and she was like, wow, look at this is amazing. And I said, yes, it is. So the misconception about Africa kind of start to fade slowly as she experienced what Africa was like, especially Kenya and Uganda. It started fading slowly. So our last day, we went on boda. I don't know, some of you guys know what boda is. It's like a little motorbike and you just travel with it. Don't worry, it's the next slide. Forgot about this. So one day, what she did was unbelievable. I was very scared for her because her parents had told me to look after her. She left, literally went on a bus by herself, went explore the whole Uganda, the whole Kampala. She went on the beach, did that. She came back and I said, oh my God, where did you go? She's like, I went to explore. And I said, what happened about what you thought, all these things? She's like, oh, no, forget about it. It's just the media. And I said, well, you look pretty serious. She's like, no, this place is beautiful. This is amazing. She said, I saw this, I saw that. Oh, wow. Oh, this is a place to be. And I was like, yeah, that's awesome. So she had so much fun, and you could tell her perceptions start to fade away, and everything was, now she knows what Africa is like because she has, experienced all of that. Okay, next. So my message in this story is that the media and the aid organization has, created like a negative outlook on Africa, like a negative image. So Africa is this, Africa is full of poverty, kids are dying, there's all this happening at the end of, at the corner. So honestly, Africa is an extremely diverse continent, but most people don't realize that because, what they see on the media is what they see and believe, and that's how they act toward what Africa is. So honestly, my opinion of Africa when I went there was, they are beautiful cities, small villages, as you guys can see, tribes, mountain, deserts, hospital, and forests. However, all we ever see, what we see, what we ever like, it seems like that, as you can see right here, look, beautiful mountain. There's mountain here, there's tribes, there's different type of tribes. I have to select these because I think they're amazing, but there's other amazing things out there. But what we ever see in the media is that Africa is a disease, it's like dictators are there, drug lords. Nothing in the media, ever portrays Africa positively. But honestly, for those that have been to Africa, what you have seen with your own eyes. There are other aspects of Africa, like there's some places that are not safe. The same thing goes to, the Western world. There are some places that are not safe as well, but that is not in the media. It just get brushed off. But what they seem to focus is the negative part. I'm not sure why they do that, but they should focus on their own countries anyways. All right, so I did my own little research, and students were asked to choose a picture that best represent Africa, and over 75%, just imagine, they said that they selected a picture of a hungry children holding out a plate. Just imagine, in your mind, you're just like, wow, just holding a plate like that, just wanting food. And that's was in Leeds University in the United Kingdom, 75%. I was really, really amazed because honestly, that's what people think of what Africa is. So this is what I think. Perceptions are what perception determine what we see, right? What we see determine what we believe, and what we believe determine how we act. So in my story, the story that I told from the beginning, my friend believed what the media showed her. When she believed, that's how she acted. She acted in a way that she was scared, but she didn't know the statistics. She didn't know anything. She just believed from what she had seen. So as African, or as everyone that is here, what I challenge you to do is that please, especially first of all, African, represent your country in a way that people don't take it as a negative, image. Present it as your motherland. I mean, like, if you haven't been there, what I suggest you to do is to search up statistics, listen to your elders, listen to people that have been there. Whatever the media is portraying, whatever the media portrays, that's what they do. It's always going to be negative, but always look up real statistics. And everyone that is here, what I challenge you to do is, we must shift our perceptions of Africa. Look up statistic again, and maybe read about people's, if it's possible, visit the continent itself, because we have to challenge ourselves about all the countries, not only Africa. And that's my message, because if we don't challenge ourselves, and then we are stuck in what we believe, and what we believe might not be true if you haven't actually looked up things. Thank you.